Arnold Schwarzenegger's done numerous films, even going to the 2000s, where some of his flicks have been a hit or miss. And well, 25 years ago today, we got this film here where he plays, well, a family man who was apparently illegally cloned, and now he has to take him down and the creators to save his family. So prepare yourselves, because here's my review of The Sixth Day. This is Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. I'm the Big D, and this time around, I bring to you a review of the 2000 sci fi action flick The Sixth Day, released by Columbia for Phoenix Pictures, directed by Roger Spottiswoode, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, along with Tony Goldwyn, Michael Rapaport, Michael Rooker, Sarah Wynter, and Robert Duvall. The film story focuses on a family man of the future who is illegally cloned by accident as part of a vast conspiracy involving a shady billionaire businessman and is thrust into a struggle to clear his name and protect his family from the conspirators who seek to keep the cloning a secret. The film was released on this day, November 17th, 2000. Henceforth, today's the 25th anniversary, just a month after it premiered at the Tribeca International Film Festival. The film modestly did okay despite the mixed reviews, and Schwarzenegger received a salary of $25 million for his role in the film. This also marked the first active appearance of Terry Crews as well. The title of the film refers to the Genesis creation narrative shared among the Abrahamic religions, where God created humanity on the sixth day of the universe's existence. Let's get into the story. Following the successful cloning of Dolly the sheep in the 1990s, artificial cloning of animals has become commonplace by 2015. Human cloning is prohibited by sixth day laws following a botched attempt. Charter pilot Adam Gibson is hired for a snowboarding excursion by Michael Drucker, billionaire owner of cloning corporation Replacement Technologies, who requires him to undergo a seemingly routine drug test. When Adam's wife informs him that their daughter's dog has died, he reluctantly visits one of Drucker's repet cloning stores, while his partner Hank poses as Adam and flies Drucker to the mountains, where they are killed by an assassin, Trip. Buying a life-size animatronic Simpal doll for his daughter instead, Am returns home to discover a clone of himself with his family. Before he can intervene, Am is abducted by Marshall, Drucker's head of security, and his agents Talia, Vincent, and Wiley. Am escapes, killing Talia and Wiley, and goes to the police, but is believed to be an escaped mental patient. Drucker, somehow alive, assures reporters that he does not intend to have the six-day laws repealed. However, he and his chief scientist, Dr. Griffin Weir, have secretly already perfected illegal human cloning and revived clones of Talia and Wiley. M breaks out of the police station and is forced to kill Wiley again before finding Hank at his apartment still alive. He brings Hank to his house and contemplates killing his clone, but has second thoughts and reconsiders. Marshall and Talia arrive, forcing Adam to pose as his clone to send them away. Returning to his apartment, Hank is again killed by Trip, who is shot by Am. A dying Trip reveals he is an anti-cloning extremist who assassinated Drucker, the latter being subsequently cloned along with Hank. Marshall and Talia arrive, but Am escapes in their vehicle after shooting off Talia's fingers, taking her thumb to bypass the car's biometric lock. Am uses the thumb to sneak into replacement technologies and confronts Dr. Weir, whose pursuit of cloning is driven by his wife Catherine's cystic fibrosis. She reveals to her husband that she knows she is the latest in a series of clones he has made in an attempt to cure her. Weir explains that the blood and vision test Am underwent scanned his DNA and memories, captured as a syncording. In the event, he needed to be cloned. He reveals Drucker was secretly cloned after dying years earlier to maintain control of his fortune, as clones have no legal rights. Believing both Am and Hank were killed alongside Drucker, Weir cloned them to cut to their lives and cover up Drucker's murder in second cloning. Weir gives Am the syncording proving Drucker has been cloned, warning that he may go after Am's clone and family. Am races to Clara's school recital where Tally and Vincent have already abducted his wife and daughter. Coming face to face with his own clone, Am reveals their situation and agrees to deliver the incriminating syncording to Drucker in exchange for his family. Weir confronts Drucker, who engineered the clones, including Catherine, with shortened lifespans as an insurance policy against betrayal. Drucker kills Weir, promising to resurrect him and Catherine as clones. Now for the ending. As always, you know the procedure. You have 5 seconds to stop this video. Go to the description box below and fast forward to the time below. If you've seen this movie already, please continue once the 5 seconds are done. Okay, you've been warned. Sending a decoy helicopter to be destroyed, Am lands on Drucker's helipad and wreaks havoc until he is captured. Drucker reveals that Am is actually the clone, proven by a marking inside his eyelid, but realizes the real Am also has infiltrated the building. While the original Am rescues his family, his clone fights off Drucker's agents, hanging Talia and drowning Marshall, while Drucker himself kills Wiley for accidentally shooting him. They are finally killed, and a mortally wounded Drucker clones himself again, but the malfunctioning experiment creates a deformed, incomplete body. M and his clone escape in the helicopter with his family, destroying the facility and all its syncordings as Drucker's newest clone falls to his death. The real Am arranges for his clone, who is discovered to not have a shortened lifespan like the other clones, to start a new life in Argentina, running a satellite office of their charter business. As a parting gift, the clone gives the family Hank's repet cat, and the real Am gives his clone a flying send off. End of story. So, what did I think of The Sixth Day? Now, I've seen this a few times. I gotta say, this film's kind of a guilty pleasure. And I'm gonna say this is easily one of the more underrated films that Schwarzenegger's ever done. This was probably one of the last few, but no, well, he did a few more fairly decent ones and others in the next few years. I know another one was Collateral Damage. Well, and of course, Terminator 3, I gotta admit, that really redeemed him a little bit. But of the whole, The Sixth Day, in my opinion, is easily one of the most underrated films he's done. The film's director is Roger Spottiswoode, who also directed the original Terror Train. Anyway, this film did okay. The film lost against the live action Grinch, along with Rugrats in Paris the movie and Charlie's Angels, another film Columbia had put out. Though it didn't factually bomb, though, in ways, the film was modestly okay, as it made 96 million worldwide on its $82 million budget, so it did okay. The reviews are mixed. Rotten Tomatoes has a score of 40%, where saying this offering from Schwarzenegger contains an intriguing, disturbing premise, but the film's execution is too routine and formulaic to make good use of it. Metacritic has a score of 49, and Audiences Pub by Cinema Score gave it a C. Roger Ebert gave this 3 out of 4 stars, remarking that it is not in the same league as Total Recall and Terminator 2, but that it nevertheless qualifies as a serious sci-fi film. He also found problems with the client as depicted in the film, saying that his problem with both processes is that while the resulting clone might know everything I know, I myself would still be over here in the old container. Well, that's understandable. The LA Times Cantaran disliked the generic appearance of the film and Schwarzenegger's typecasting as an action hero, as he gave it 2 out of 5 stars. Todd McCarthy of Variety called it a mostly standard issue latter day Schwarzenegger actioner spiked with a creepily plausible cloning angle. Yes. The film got nominated for 3 Razzies for Worst Actor for Schwarzenegger for the as a real M, Supporting Actor for the clone of M, and Worst Screen Couple for of the two. But unfortunately lost to a film that really did badly, and that was Battlefield Earth. The film also got nominated 4 times at the Saturn Awards, but lost to X-Men for Best Actor and Best Sci-Fi Film, Hollow Man for Best Special Effects, and The Grinch for Best Makeup. But nevertheless, I found the film to be pretty cool and action-packed in some parts. Trevor Rabin does the film score. I've got to say, it's its music's pretty good and what have you. I gotta say, it was just pretty cool. Now, for the cast, though, we have Arnold Schwarzenegger in the role of Adam and his clone. I'll say, I don't care what they say. It's perfectly fine. It was pretty cool, though, but not too bad, though. Playing Michael Drucker is Tony Goldwyn, who, of course, played who of course before this appeared in Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives, as well as Ghost and Nixon. Now, of course, this was released a year after he did the voice of Tarzan in the Disney film of the same name. And he went on to do several other films afterwards. So it was a pretty good character. Michael Rapaport, excuse me, after he had done Deep Blue Sea, went on to play Hank. I'll say he was pretty good in his performance. Very good. Playing Robert Marshall is Michael Rooker. Pretty good. Sarah Wynter as Talia. Very good. Wendy Crewson, who, of course, I only know her from the Santa Claus film. Well, from the first Santa Claus film. She would return for the sequels after this. Playing Natalie, Adam's wife. Not bad. Rodney Rowland played Wiley. Pretty good. And Terry Crews in his first film as Vincent Bandsworth, an assassin working for Drucker. Not bad. Colin Cunningham played Trip. Yeah, one crazy character. And then, of course, we have Robert Duvall as Dr. Weir. Yeah, it was good, but I gotta say that the formed version we saw, it was too freaky and eerie to look at. Just freaky. So the cast is pretty good. The story's fine. The score's really good though, and some of the action sequences are pretty cool and what have you. So overall, this is kind of gonna be a little bit of a mixed bag. But Sixth Day, again, as I've said already, is easily one of Schwarzenegger's most underrated films. So with everything said, would I recommend the Sixth Day? Well, I'd say just to be on the safe side, give it a one-time watch. If you're not satisfied with it, then go with another Schwarzenegger film. One of his classics would be more fair. Anyway, so what did you think of the Sixth Day? Let me know in the comments section below. If you like this video, consider clicking the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Continue to help support my channel, and you know the rest. Join me next time when I bring to you a review of the recent Apple film known as The Family Plan, which I have now scheduled, which I will be reviewing its sequel this weekend. Yes, because there's Family Plan 2 coming up this weekend, so I'll be ready to do that. So if you like this, check out my reviews for these other 2 Schwarzenegger flicks. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of The Running Man from 1987. The upper right-hand corner is my review of the original Total Recall from 1990. Or if you'd like, check out my re-review of one of the films that the 6 day winner begins when it was released, Charlie's Angels in the bottom left hand corner. In the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.